Hello, this is Rachelle, and I am going to be working on my She Blooms journal. I recorded some footage earlier showing how, this is the journal here. I recorded some footage earlier showing how to use ephemera, and I used the ephemera from this journal, so I'm going to be working on it. And I kind of keep my projects, when I get Happy Mail or whatever, in these large poly bags or clear bags. I try to keep them so that I can use them to store my projects in. So this is what I'm working on at the moment. I hope I didn't get glue on there. I was just refilling my glue. And I have all of these pieces of ephemera that I want to use for this. Hopefully you can hear me. I guess I should check that. But yeah, I have all of the ephemera and stuff cut. I have actually 2 bags of things to use for this project. And I kind of want to just wrap it up. So let me see if I'm live. Yes, I'm live. Oops. I kind of want to just wrap it up. Turn that down. So yeah, I guess you can hear me. Hi, Riri. I may not see everything in the chat. I have my iPad next to me so that I can see, because my computer is behind me. Yeah. Anyway, so what I want to do is make envelopes for the inside. Let me take the journal out. I think that would be best. I want to make a couple of large envelopes for the inside covers. I'm just going to tuck this in the inside. So this is the cover. And I think I did a video showing how I printed the papers on the fabric. So the cover is fairly simple, and I thought it would be nice to have a couple of envelopes in the front, one in the front, one in the back, to tuck some of the ephemera in that I have for the journal. So that's what I'm going for here. Okay, so I pulled these pieces of cardstock out that I had already printed for whatever reason. Now it would be nice if these were double-sided, but I went through everything that I'd already printed and I didn't have any cardstock that was double-sided. So I'm going to roll with these for now. And let's see. I think I want to use, how do I want to do this? Do I want to use these 2 because they're not printed to the edge? Let me go ahead and trim off the borders on these 2 so that I can see what I want to do. What do I want to be the outside of the envelope? Let's see if I can prop this up a little better. And I'm not sure if my my setup is good yet. I noticed that I have a little jumping in the camera off and on, and I don't know what's causing that, but hopefully I can figure it out soon. I think I just need a new computer. The computer that I'm using for this is fairly old, and I tried to get rid of everything that might be using up my CPU, but I don't know if I was successful. Let me pull the trash can closer to me. Okay. And this is a kit that's available in the Journal Life's Journey Etsy shop. I want to add more kits. I have so many ideas. It's just being able to execute, have the time to sit down and do them. But I'm working on little pieces here and there. So I should have something new in the shop soon. All right, so we got these ready to go. Now, as far as the journal, trying to remember, it's been a while since I put this together, what pages are where. I don't even know if I have this particular page in here. Let's see. I don't think I do. Okay, so we're gonna go with this as our main envelope piece. And I hate to waste the back by gluing that down, but I might not have a choice. So if I scoot this over just a little bit like this, or do I want it to open on this side? Ooh, that's a problem. So this one will have to go in the back because I want it to, because of the way I want it to open. Yeah. So this one, I know what I'll do. I'm gonna use this. So this will be the one in the front. And if I fold it like that, let's go for it. Okay. How much of, I'm gonna go ahead and score to make my tabs on the side of the envelope and to give me a guideline to cut. So I'm gonna score at 1/2 inch on either side with the 8.5 by the 8.5 side up at the top. I think that works. And let's score at, where was I bending that at? At about 6. Yeah. Let's go for 6. So this will go like that. Then these can come off. I need this out of the way. Too much going on here. Okay. So these two come off. That. This goes like that. Then let's see. I can put this here. I'm going to trim some of that off. And I'm probably going to end up trimming some of this off too. I think. Then the flap. I'm going to use this to make the flap of the envelope, so that we'll have something a little decorative on the front. And I think I'm just going to go, where do I want to cut this at? Where's my ruler? Let's cut this at 5 inches, I think. Yeah. 5 inches. this works. Put that here. So I'm definitely gonna have to trim off some of this. This can't stay this long. It's too long. Let's cut off a 1/2 inch to start with on both ends. So I'm gonna mark this where I need to trim it. Approximately here. I really didn't want to lose any of the decorative edge, but I'm gonna lose some of it, unfortunately. All right, so trim it there. And score. I need one of those scoreboards with the trimmer on it, so that I have to switch back and forth so much. I guess I could get my little scoreboard. Okay, so then we got that, and that's gonna go like that. So then it will fit here. I might need to trim that down a little bit more so that it's not so close to the spine, maybe. That's a little tight. All right, hopefully I'll get my measurements right so when I do the one in the back, I won't have to have so much going back and forth trimming. But this is how I figure things out if I'm doing it like for the first time. Let's cut off a little bit more here too, just a bit. Just want to have, I think I need a new blade. Ew. Want to have room to get down in there. So okay, let's round these off. And start putting it together. Maybe. Do I want to line this? I think I want to line it a little bit. That's better. It fits in there perfectly. Let's round this too while I'm at it. I think I want to use 1/2 inch round for this. And okay, now we're good. So then when you open this, we need something here and here. What have I got? Let's check these papers. Oop. Okay. I need something that I printed on a lighter weight paper. Let's play with these. Since I couldn't use this design where I wanted to, I can use it in here. All right. Clean up a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna line this with this. I really don't like to do stuff like this, but let's do it. Oh man, this is double-sided. Ooh, maybe I better use this. I don't like to waste my double-sided stuff, so since it's double-sided, I won't use it. I'll use this instead. Okay, so I'm going to use glue stick for this, I think. Hopefully it will hold. Ooh, wriggling up my paper. And then I'm gonna hit the edges with some liquid glue, wet glue, rather. Let's make sure we got this going in the right direction. Up. And trim it off. Probably should stitch around this, and I may do that, so I'm not going to glue it into place. I don't know. I don't want to get into doing too much sewing though. We'll see. So this will go on here like so. And when you open it, you see that. So it's not so plain. Missed a little bit right there. I'm gonna ink this so I'll catch some of those areas. Okay. And then I need to line this area here. I'm just trying to see where I need to cut it. it a little bit more off. Okay. See, this is why I was doing silent crafting in those other live streams, just testing it out, because I can't talk and craft. Not really. I mean, I'll be talking about, well, basically what I'm doing is thinking out loud. But like as far as chit chat and stuff, I can't do it. I have to concentrate, or I'll end up doing things over again. A little too far from the edge there, but it'll be all right. So I can ink that up and it'll be fine. So that's gonna go like that. There we have our envelope pieces. So let me go ahead and ink. Okay, nobody's chatting. Why y'all so quiet? I'm using walnut stain for this. And I'm gonna get see if I can get this fold right here. Need a new dauber thingy-mabobber. Oh. Do this part because it's gonna be showing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna round this too. Let's round that. Trim just a little bit more off of this because I didn't get quite on the other side of the score line. Okay, I think I can go ahead and, oh, that one's too little. Let's try the bigger one. Sorry about that. All right, let me close that before I make a big old mess. And let's find the center. I'm thinking about something else. I should be paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay. I'm just thinking maybe I should write down the measurements of this so when I do the one for the back, I won't have to figure out so much. So that's going to go like that. Okay. But I won't bore y'all with me writing down measurements at this time. Let's see. Okay. Tab here. Okay, let's put it together. I'll put the back flap on, the main flap on. Now, do I want to put anything on this flap? Let's see. I got pieces of things that I could use. Don't want to use any of that. Should I put an envelope on an envelope? Ooh, that's scrunched up. Don't want to use any of that. I think using anything from the kit is going to be too matchy-matchy. So I might need to use something from somewhere else. Maybe. Let's go with that coin envelope. The pockets, I have some pockets that I had cut with some dies that I have. Let me see. I think the pocket is too big though to go in here. Definitely. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Okay, so I'll have to figure that out later. how I'm going to decorate these. But for now, let's glue it down. And I'm using art glitter glue in this little bottle. Ooh, I just made a big old mess with that. Everything lined up good. That looks yuck though. It's got to be a little closer. Right? But I gotta allow for the fold, so I'll just have to ink it to death once that dries. I can't push it any further because then it won't fold properly. All right. Why do you get scared? Riri says, I keep saying I'm going to make this. I get scared every time. Okay, I will write them. Or I'll tell you what they are real quick. I guess I could write them. Where's my notebook? I probably took it. There it is. Okay. So let's write them down. All right. So the flap needs to be, I mean, that's if you're using 8.5 by 11, half letter folded in half, 8.5. So that would be what, 5.5 by 8.5. So this flat piece is 7.5 by 5. I need a pen. That's crazy. I do planning stuff and I don't ever have a pen handy. Let's take one out of my planners. Okay. So what did I say? So it's 5 wide by 7.5, and then you score at 4.5 on the 5-inch side. So that part is that. Then this piece, should have measured it before I glued it. So that's 4. And then that would be 5. So that's 9 by 8.5. So 8.5 by 9. And you score at 1/2 inch. Oh, score 1/2 inch on that too. Score 1/2 inch on 8.5 side, both sides. That doesn't sound right, but Hopefully it makes sense. Then you score on 9-inch side. Score at, you probably have it like this, so you would score at 5 inches. To make the pocket. Got it? So your main pieces will be 5 by 7.5, 8.5 by 9. On the 8.5 by 9, you score with the 8.5-inch side at the top of your scoreboard, if that's what you're doing, 1/2 inch on either side. Then you turn it and you would score at 5 inches, and that should cover it, I think. So let me put that down. She blooms, because I'll forget. Envelope. Let's put cover. All right. So when I get ready to do the other one, which I don't think I'm going to make it tonight, because I just don't like the way that looks right there. And the problem is I can't really put anything there to cover it, because it's going to add bulk, and then it's not going to fold right. So the only thing I can do is ink it to death. All right. Where do we go from here? Maybe I could do the other one tonight. Let's see. I really want to decorate it up though. So when you open it, that'll be right there. You'll open it like that. See that ugly seam, and have little goodies in here. You could have some kind of collage on this cover. Maybe have a pocket here with some tags or something in it. Do that. We do this. I think I'm going to print some of these papers on some vellum. That's what I can do. If I print it on vellum, I think it will look nice. Let's see what I can do about this. It's driving me nuts. Okay. I don't think this is going to work. Any suggestions what I can do to cover that seam or improve the appearance of it? Or is it that just the grunginess of it all? Yikes. Is anybody out there? All right, so let's go ahead and make the other one, even if I don't. That's from my sponge. Even if I don't use it. Now I'm going to have to do it reverse. So I need to remember that. So this is my piece. So it's going to go like that. Actually, this one's going to end up being a little smaller, I think, because it's not 8.5 inches. Okay. So the main piece needs to be 8.5 by 9. Let's see if this is what this is. Yikes on bikes. Alright, so I want to keep as much of this as possible. So the 9 side needs to be this that goes away. I hope I'm doing this right. So this one's going to be a little bit smaller, I think. And then it is not 8.5, it is 8. So yeah, this one's going to end up being a bit smaller. Let's go ahead and do the 1/2 inch on either end. Trying to clean as I go. Okay, and then the score at, according to the directions, on 9-inch side, score at 5 inches. Oh, that's gonna cut into the words. Can't have everything. Okay. So that would go like that. Then for my flap, what do I want to use? I don't want to put that over there because it's going to fall. I said I was going to use this, but let's use that since it's already the right height. So the flap needs to be 5 inches wide. Let's trim it down. Is that right? I hope that's right. Going in the correct direction. That's gonna look kind of yuck, but it's too late. So then I'm gonna score at 4.5 to make my flap or my tab to wrap around. How did I get ink on this? So that's gonna go like that. And I am gonna have to cut it down some because it's too wide. Because I didn't consider this. Let's cut these off. Round these off. Okay, so that goes like that. So I do still need to cut this down a little bit. Going. there. Hope this is round these off. That really should have been here. Let's try not to have the same problem I have on the front. Let's go ahead and ink this really well, so when part of it shows, it won't really matter. And do the lining. Said I wasn't going to use that because I didn't want to use my double-sided prints and glue one side down. Okay, so I need to find another piece to go with this. Just put this down in there. Let's use that. Okay. Hey, Terry. You're confused? Thank you. Okay. Do you want me to go over it again? Because basically you're using two 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper, okay? One is the flap. One is the actual pocket of the envelope. So let's use this piece of paper as an example, considering, or use both of these actually. So if we want to make the pocket with this piece, we would put it on the scoreboard, score at 1/2. Okay. When you put it on the scoreboard, put the 8.5 edge at the top of the scoreboard. You would score at 1/2 inch and 1/8 inch. So essentially that is 1/2 inch on either side. Now, depending on what you're using your envelope in, you may need to make it a little smaller. So the measurements that I'm giving you are to make it a little smaller to fit in a 1/2 letter journal, notebook, or whatever you're creating. Okay, so then you would turn it to this side, the 11-inch side, which you should have trimmed down to 9 inches. Okay, so I guess I should have told you that before scoring. 8.5 by 9 piece. You score at 1/2 inch, 8 inch, or 1/2 inch on either side. You turn with the 9-inch side at the top of the scoreboard and score at 5 inches. Okay, so that gives you this piece right here. So you would cut the extra off to make the tabs. I hope you saw how I did that. That's kind of self-explanatory. Then for the flap piece is 5 by 7.5. This piece. So it's 5 inches wide, 7.5 inches in height. With the 5-inch edge at the top of your scoreboard, you would score at 1/2 inch. This is the 1/2 inch pieces are what connect everything together. So that 1/2 inch attaches to your base and makes your flap. Does that make sense? Okay. This is cardstock. The base of the envelope. I lined it with regular paper. Well, it's not regular. I don't use regular paper that much. So it's probably 24 or 28 pound paper that I lined it with. But this is cardstock. These are paper I'm lining with. I always, well, not always, but I generally do envelopes. When I print my envelopes, I print them on paper because they just seem too bulky and they don't seem to fold as well with cardstock. So I like to do my envelopes on paper. I do like journaling cards on cardstock. I'm trying to think, what else do I do on cardstock? Like slides and things like this. Specimen slides, I do those on cardstock. Usually I do ephemera on cardstock, I'm thinking. Like when you get the tabs and circles and tags, I print those on cardstock. Because I really don't like backing things, like doing this here. I don't like to have to do that because it can be a problem. But yeah, so this is paper. How's that gonna look? I'm not so sure I'm happy with that because it's not colorful enough. Yeah, the writing should have gone in the front, but I didn't think that through very well. So it's too late now. But what I can do is probably like take another piece and use it to decorate here. So I think it'll be fine. If I can just find a sheet that is printed single-sided, that is not journaling cards. Let's see. So like this is ephemera. These are journaling cards, book plate, tabs. I printed it on regular paper. I was probably doing it just to show the pieces of the kit, but if I were using that, it would be actually printed on cardstock. And I probably will still use it, but yeah, I need some regular paper. This is unimaginable. Where is the paper? Okay. All these prints and I don't have anything that I can use. Yes, I do. Oh, I'm using this. Yep. Okay. These need to go back in the envelopes. Yes, it is 2 pages. Because one is not big enough. And you could probably do it with 12 by 12, but I'm trying to use the papers in my kit, so. Okay, let's get this together the way that it's supposed to be. So that's gonna go like that. This whole back piece is gonna be weird. And I'm gonna put this here like so, like that. Okay. Goes like that. Just place that on there. No. Oh, come on. No. Alright, let's see if I can get this laying down properly. There we go. I think. Still not doing it right. I'm trying to get it so I don't have to trim around the edges, but I guess I'm just gonna have to trim. Ooh, I just cut that. Okay, am I out of frame for most of this? I tend to work on like very much on the edge of the desk. So. All right, let's line the inside. like that. Make sure my flap's still closed. This is really, yeah, a mixed match of things, but it's okay. Kind of want to use what I already have printed, so. End up with glue everywhere. Goes like that. This is gonna go like this. And it's gonna look weird, but that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and ink before I glue everything down. We got that taken care of this time in advance. Hello, Barbara. Thank you, Terry. I can't just put the floral part behind the writing because then it's gonna open the wrong way. So let me show you. I mean, I could, but it's gonna open. It's gonna go here. Then when it opens, you kind of gotta. It's kind of in the way, the actual book, because this is gonna bulk up some. So that's gonna be strange. It's not gonna work right. So if I do it like that, then it opens here and you don't have any obstruction over here to get inside of the envelope. It's fine. I'm okay with the writing being like that because, again, I'm going to decorate this. So, yeah, that's fine. There's going to be more going on here. So it'll be okay. And this is in the back. So if that one's in the back, this one is in the front. Like that. So I wanted them to open to the outside so that, again, there's no obstruction for you to get inside the envelope. Yeah. That should work fine. Thank you, Bridget. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish the inking. How long have I been on? I haven't been keeping up. Ooh, it's been at least an hour. Okay. So there's that inked. Let's get this done. Let's go ahead and do the punch before I forget. Ruler. And I could eyeball that, but I never eyeball it right, so it's best for me to measure it out so that it can be where it needs to be. Okie doke. That's going to be on the back, so I don't need to ink that. Just these little edges right here. That's going like that. These corners good. Okay. I think I got everything. Let's see if we can make a better job of this time, because I really destroyed it on the front. Let's see. Let's line this up good. That fits good. And then just fold it over. I think this is a better way to do it. That way I can get as close as I can. Thanks again, Bridget. I just saw that jump and now it's paused. I wonder if it's too hot and my computer is getting too hot. I usually have a fan on, but I didn't want the fan blowing in the background. It still has that weird look right there, but that looks cleaner than the one in the front did for sure. So we got that flap, closes like that. Dun, 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 dun. Then let's go ahead and seal this up. And I'll have to think about the deco for these for the next live stream. How did they get glue right there? Okay. So that's that. Let's get the other one. So this one is a little smaller because the paper was not printed all the way to the edge. So that's the difference in the two. But like I said, I kind of wanted to use what I already have printed. So that's what I had available. This one is all over the place. This one is a little more simple. But I'm happy with that. So this is gonna go here. And maybe I'll put like a ribbon closure on them before I put them down. I think I will, depending on the decoration that I put on them. And then this one here with a ribbon closure. This one is almost too big, I think. I don't know. This is going to end up being quite bulky, I think. Are these the same width? Yeah, they are. Okay. Anywho, so that is it for this middle of the night craft session, I think. I'll probably work on some other things, but I don't have anything specifically organized to do. So I'm going to call it good. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, let me know in the comments for those catching it on the replay. Thanks to everyone who tagged along during the live stream. I know I'm not big on talking while I'm streaming, but yeah, thanks for hanging out, and I will holler at y'all next time.